Welcome to solving past paper for functional skill level 2. Solving past paper for functional skill level 2. So we want to look at questions and just explain to you how to ask you what answer those questions. So for example, I ask you that Noah's hobby is building models using plastic blocks. He's making a model of a tan. Noah has opened a new model building set. So inside a large bag of colored this thing, you can see clear colored blocks. What percentage of the blocks are red? You can see red stands out there. That is red. So the value for red is what? 276. So what is some of the other ones? So it's going to be the value for red over the total. The total is going to be 75 plus 276 plus 45 plus 50 plus 154. So when you add all of them together, that gives you 600. So you now do, that's going to be, that gives you 600. If you now do 600, that's 276 times 100. It's going to give you 46%. That is, it's going to give you what? 46%. That's 3 marks done. So you put the answer exactly where it should be, 46%. So next one is what? Noah has 2 bags of blocks. Noah has 2 bags of blocks. So each block says what? Each block contains the same number of small, medium, and large blocks. So they've given you the expression here. So what are the probability that Noah picks 2 small balls? So when you say 2 small balls, it's a value for 2 small balls. So out of what? 9, you can't eat 1. What you have, what out the is 1 out of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this only small is good with what? 1 out of 9. That's the probability. So you have this. So on the grid, draw a plane view of the wall once Noah has built what? Has built this part. So the wall is going to give you the plane view. So the plane view is going to be this, and that's a plane view. So that gives you 4. That's it. So guys, when I said Noah is making a scale of this, making a scale model of a statue. Noah's model is 5 centimeters long. So how wide is Noah's statue? So it says what? 5 centimeters long. So that one is also straightforward. Just to 50. To know the scale, it's going to be 54 divided by 20 times 5. That gives you 13.5. So The Noah is making a circular train track. He has some curved pieces of track. So when he puts them together, the curved pieces will make a circular track with a diameter 160 millimeters. The outside of the length of each curved section is 157 centimeters, 157 millimeters. Now, so the question is now, how many curved pieces does Noah need to make the whole circle? Curved pieces to actually to make the full circle. So it's going to give you have to find the perimeter of the circle first. That's the circumference. The formula for circumference is go about pi d, and diameter is what 1,600. It's go about pi 1,600 times pi. That gives you 1,600 times 3.14. That gives you 5024. That's the perimeter. Now divide that one by what? By 157. That gives you 32. You see, so you find the perimeter first. That is what 5,024. Now divide that one by 157. That's going to give you what? That's going to give you 32. So it's going to be what 32 pieces. So don't forget, you find the circumference first. The formula to find the circumference of a circle is pi d. So if you were given the radius instead, you do 2 pi r. Then, so pi d, the diameter is 600, it was given there. So I did what? 600 times, 1,600 times pi. That gave me 5,024. Then I knew that each cut pass is 157. So I want to know how many cut parts can be there. That's going to be what? 5,024 divided by 157. And I got 32. So model building blocks are sold in what? Are sold in sets. The scatter diagram shows the information about more sets that Noah sees for sale. So use the diameter to estimate the price of a set containing the price of a set containing 3,500 blocks. So the first thing you do basically is that you have to draw the line of best fit, because you can see that it's scattered coordinates. So you have to draw the line of best fit. So let's look at that. So like that's the line of best fit. So you now find what? 3,500 blocks. So you trace it up. Then you can see it's just 185. You see, you trace it up, you go up the middle line, then you can turn left. So Noah sells a bundle of spare blocks online. The bundle weighs 3,120. There are 6 types of blocks in the bundle. There are 3,120 in the bundle. There are 6 types of blocks in the bundle. So use the mean, use the median weight to work out the estimate of the number of blocks in the bundle. So when you want to find the median, the first thing you do is that you have to arrange what they gave you. You have to arrange it from the smallest to the largest, so that you have to arrange it from the smallest to the largest. So what's the smallest value there? We'll put that one out first. The smallest value there is 2.7, 2.9, 3.5, 4.5, 7.4, 9.0. These are the values. You now ask you that work out the median. The median is going to be this. So this is the median. You add them together. So it's going to be what? 3.5 plus 4.5 divided by 2. That gives you what? 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. So 4 is actually what? The median. Now is that use the median to work out the estimate of the number of blocks in the bundle. And you know clearly that's what? That the bundle weighs what? With this. So that gives you 3,120 divided by 4. That gives you what? 780. So they're actually what? 780 blocks. Well, actually what? 780 blocks in there. So don't forget, you have to find the median. The median is the middle number. So when you find a middle, when you realize that you have 2 middle numbers there, you will add them together, and you actually what? Now divided by 2. You will add them together, then you now divide it by what? By 2. That's how to actually what? Find the median. So if it's only one number that is actually what there, then you just use the one number that is there directly. If there are 2 numbers, you add them together, then you now divide it by 2. That's actually what you need to do in that regard. So I said I would use the median to work out the number in 3,120. So I did 3,120 divided by the median, and I got 780 blocks. That's it. So that's that for the ones that has to do with non-calculator. So we're going to look at the ones that has to do with calculators now, so that we can be able to So this is a part with non-calculator. So it's also part of our past questions and revision. It's part of what we have to actually do, part of our our revision. So Alice actually lives in Alice actually Alice lives in this. So I live in Oldcastle. She's on the community policing course. So the ratio of solved to unsolved crime is 2 to 9. So 1/8 of the crimes are solved in the whole of the UK. Alex thinks that there's a greater proportion of crime are solved in Oldcastle than the rest of the UK. Is she correct? So this is what you have to do, because when you say that to solve in the UK, the ratio is 2 to 9. So that's going to be 2/11. Then so 2 over 11 there. You can just make it the one soft in the whole of the UK is 1 over 8. So you put 1 over 8. So you have to compare the two fractions together. When you want to compare fractions together, you have to make them have what? The same denominator. So this one times 11 times 11. This one times 8 times 8. That gives you 16 over 88. 11 over 88. 16 over 88, 11 over 88. That's that. So the UK soft is actually what. So that means that she's correct because that I think that the proportion of crime has solved in Oldcastle than the UK. So this is actually what Oldcastle. And you see 16 out of 88. UK is what 11 out of 88. Yes, she's correct. Yes, he is correct. So the value of items stolen in Oldcastle has increased by 80% each year. The value of the stolen items in 2017 was 1.7 million. What was the value of the items stolen in 2019? So when you say this thing, it was actually 1.7 million. So just need to do 100. Then 1.7 times 1.08 equals to 1.836. That's 2018. In 2019, 1.836 times the increase again, 1.08. That gives you 1.98. So what's the value of the item stolen in 2019? It will be what? 1.98. So Alice attended a workshop about home security. So the tutor tells the group about house burglary. So the police found a footprint in the garden. They used a coordinate grid to record where it was. So where are the coordinates is in actually what is in X. So what's the coordinate now? So if you want to find coordinate of a line, if you go down this way, and if you go down, that's go what -3. Then you go to the right 2, 4. So it's going to be what -3 and 4. That's just one mark. That is actually what should be very easy for you. So look at this one. A witness said that the suspect is under 5 feet 10 inches tall and has blonde hair. So Alice is shown 15 photographs. The height is what 15 inches and 5 feet and 10 inches. 5 feet 10 inches to blonde distance. So that's that. Alice pick one of the photographs at random. What's the probability that the person who has the blonde hair and is under 5 feet 10 inches tall? Actually, what under 5 feet? So the blonde hair is under 5. It's under that. So that gives you what? It's going to give you 3. Over 50. I go to 45. And go to 0.2. That's killing decimal. So if you're asked to give it percentage, it's going to be 20%. So at 2040, the witness saw the suspects entering the park at gate A. Another witness saw the same person leaving the park at gate B. Exactly 12 minutes later, the group are giving this map of the park. The map is a scale of what? 1 to 25,000. The distance between gate A and gate B is 9 centimeters. So what's the percentage speed? of the person since enter the park. What is the average speed? So only 12 minutes later. So average speed of person who entering the park. So I have to find out the distance first. Then you convert that one to meters. So distance must be what is meter per second. So you what 9 centimeter, 25,000. That gives you 225,000. So to meters divided by 100, that gives you what? 2250. Then to seconds, there is 12 minutes later. So 12 minutes to seconds is going to be, so 12 minutes to seconds, that is going to give you, I told you about that. So that gives you 720. 12 times 60, that gives you 720. Then 2250. 720. That could be what? 3.13. That's going to give you 3.13. That's it. Don't forget to convert the scale first because the one is speed in meter per second. So convert to meters, also convert the time to what? To seconds. So the house has a CCTV camera, and the section is actually what the diagram is actually what shown like this. They calculate the area covered because it's a quarter of a circle. Just find out the area of a circle, then you divide it by 4. So the formula for the area of the circle is going to be pi r squared, pi times radius squared. So that gives you 3.14 times 5 squared. Times 5 squared gives you what? 78.5. Then you now do 78.5 divided by 4. That gives you 19.6 meters squared. That's it. So the next one is also what? Let's look at the next activity. So Alice has a digital picture of a burglar from CCTV camera. The size of the print is 5.5, and inches increased by what? 3.75. So Alice enlarged the picture by doubling both the width and the length. She wants to print the enlarged picture onto one side of the A4, and A4 has what? 21 centimeter, which were wide, and also 29.7 centimeters long. So with the enlarged picture, fit to the A4 paper, show how you actually will decide the 2 marker could do. So the first thing you must do is to actually convert from inches to centimeters. So that just gives you 5.5 times 2.54. That gives you 13.97. Then we also convert this one to 3.75 times 2.54 equals to 9.525 centimeters. Now, enlarge by doubling the length and the width. So you enlarge that one, this one times 2. The total size times 2. That gives you 27.94. This one gives you 19.05. So now ask you that you actually enlarge by doubling the length. So when you now compare it together, you just realize that the first one is 21, and you can actually see that doubling it. So yeah, it's gonna be enough. It's gonna be enough because 19.05 is actually less than. So yeah, it's actually be enough. So this one is 27.94 is less than 29.7, and also 9.05 is less than 21. So it's going to fit into it. So Sam is a volunteer for CHAT, a charity that supports children. Charities are put into categories according to the amount of money they raised each year. Last year, CHAT raised 569,801 pounds. So tick the box next to the category that CHAT is in. Yeah, let's copy this one. Yeah. So this year, Shark aimed to raise what 626,000. The pie chart shows where the funds will come from. So far, Shark have raised 95,280 from grants. So how much more money do they aim to raise from the grants this year? So they've actually was raised that one. So the aim is what 600. They want actually what Chad has raised this, and they aim to raise 626,000. So just find the 21% of 626,000. Hello, hello, Ndela. Yeah, I think you're joining for the first time. Thank you. Thanks for joining. So that gives you 131,460. Then the one to actually was raised 131,460 minus 95280. That gives you 36,180 more. So with grants that actually was 21%, they have raised that. You put that one there. So then from grants. So how much this year actually was need to raise from grants this year? So that's it. So they want to raise what? So they've raised the whole thing is what 25% from grants. They have raised what 95,280. Let's take that one away from 21%. Then you're gonna get your answer. Sam asks friends and family to sponsor him on 10-kilometer walk, on the 10-kilometer run. So a local business offers to donate what 25p for every £10 that Sam raises. So in total, Sam raised what £2,734.25p. This included the money that the business actually was donated. So 1 second, just processing. So Sam listening. So for a local run, in total, Sam raised this. So this included the money the business was donated. So how much did the business donate? So the first thing is that so they're going to do for every just divide 2,634.25 divided by 10.25. That gives you 257. Then 257 times 0.25. That gives you 64.25. So Chad is sending a letter to supporters. They have asked for volunteers to actually put letters into envelope. So 8 people volunteer to help. Each people works at the same rate. So it takes them 44 and 80 minutes to complete the task. So how many minutes will the task have taken 12 people? So if each person works at the same rate. So 8 times 480, that gives you 3,840. So you want to know how much each person, how much one person will work is good, but 8 times 480, that's going to be what, 3,840 minutes. 3,840 minutes divided by 12. That gives you 320 minutes. That's 320 minutes. So everything is recorded so that you'll be able to actually see it when we're done. I'm just trying to walk through the whole thing so that I can teach you exactly how to actually answer questions. So people donate what? Some people donate to Shad by giving a one-off donation. So the table shows the one-off donation made last year. So other people actually were donated by paying regular amounts. So last year, Chad had 150 of these regular donors who collected what, 7,500 pounds in total. Sam works out the estimates for the mean of one-off donations last year. He compares this with the mean of a regular donor last year. So Sam says that the mean amount donated last year was higher than the one-off donors, or the one donor than the regular donor. So they ask you that is Sam correct? Show how you actually want to decide. Is Sam correct? Show how you decide. So the first thing is that we have to find the midpoint. We have to find the mean for this. So what is the midpoint for us? Before you find the mean, you have to find the midpoint. Midpoint for this one is going to be 10. Midpoint is going to be 30. Midpoint is going to be 50. Midpoint is going to be 70. Then you now actually multiply that one. That gives you 480. That gives you 4,380. That gives you 3,700. That gives you 2,240. So you now add everything together. That gives you 10,800. So that gives you 10,800 divided by 300. That gives you 36. That's actually what you mean. And the regular payment, that is one of. So that is how much they actually would pay, one half. Then the regular payment is going to be 7,500 divided by 150. That gives you £50. So the question is that the mean amount donated last year was higher than the one of so is that because the one off is this thing, so it's going to be. So that's going on. So the final one is this. So yeah. So K and Mo are employed. by charts as fundraiser. So they are giving targets. The targets are actually what K raise funds of at least 3,000. K raise funds of at least 3.4 times a salary. Mo must raise of at least 10/3 times a salary. So which one is larger? So just need to actually what check, you compare the two of them. So 3 2/5 will be equal to 17/5. So times 3, that gives you 51/50. Then 10/3 times 5, that gives you 50/50. So can you see when you compare them together, you can see that the first one is 51/50. It's higher than the second one, and it's actually what is 50/50. So that means that 3 2/5 is larger. 3 2/5 is larger. So that is that. So for this one, that's actually what we covered the non-calculator. We also covered the questions we will calculator. So these are the questions you see in your exam. So because we have been teaching for a very long time, we just decided that okay, it's high time for us to actually teach you how to answer those individual questions, so that when you get to the exam, you will not struggle. That is why we're actually doing that. So I'm going to pause the audio now.